I just use the female toilets down at Waterloo Station.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
None of the women batted an eyelid when I walked in there.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
I've got no problem with going in the ladies' toilets.
Now it places the lotion in the basket.
So I'm not going to stop going in there.
What's the f***ing lotion in the basket?
So as you're probably aware, the UK Supreme Court ruled last week that the definition of woman is in fact biological woman. And it's like a nuke's gone off. It's been so funny. All the usual suspects, the trans people, the trans activists, they've all gone bonkers, and it's been really, really funny. We've had protests, we've had media tantrums, we've had politicians very sheepishly accepting the ruling, and it's just been hilarious. I'm here for it. So we did a video last week right after this happened, but since then so much has gone on, so I thought we'd do a bit of a follow-up. Let's go! So let's start with the politicians. Now, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, was radio silent about this Supreme Court decision for days and days. He was tweeting about the Pope, he was tweeting about all sorts of other shit, but he finally came out and capitulated. Now, he did it in a sneaky politician way. He sort of implies that his government have always supported same-sex spaces, that sort of thing. But this is him a couple of years ago, at the time opposition leader, addressing the question of whether women can have dicks.
Can we resolve one thing? You will recall a little while ago we had a conversation about female and male anatomy. Annalise Dodds, your Women's and General Equality Secretary, says women cannot have a penis. Another of your senior colleagues, Stella Creasy, says a woman can have a penis. Sir Keir, can we put this to bed? Who's right?
Well, look, Nick, let me take this head on because you challenged me on this last time. And let me be clear, for the vast majority of women, this is all about biology, and of course they don't have a penis. We all know that.
Oh, for the vast majority of women, this is about biology. So in other words, yes, chicks can have dicks. See, he was a slimy fucker then, and he's still a slimy fucker. Here he is in Parliament eating shit.
Does the Prime Minister now accept that when he said that it was the law that trans women were women, he was wrong?
Well, Mr. Speaker, let me be clear. I welcome the Supreme Court ruling on this issue. It brings clarity and it will give confidence to women and, of course, to service providers. The Equality and Human Rights Commission will now issue updated guidance, and it's important that that happens and that all service providers then act accordingly. This government's approach and my approach has been as follows: to support and implement the Supreme Court ruling, and we will; to continue to protect single-sex spaces based on biological sex, and we will.
Notice how he said to continue to support single-sex spaces according to biology. His government never did that. That's the opposite of what his government was doing. And now he's acting like, oh, we did that all along. Thanks, Supreme Court, thanks for the guidance. And lower the temperature, motherfucker. The only ones who are overheated are the ones that want to get their cocks out in chicks' toilets. They're the ones that need to lower the temperature. Anyway, here's the Minister for Women and Equalities, Bridget Phillipson, also eating shit.
Less than a year ago, in June 24, you gave an interview, an on-the-record interview, where you said that a trans woman with a penis could use women's toilets. Now, the judgment last week would imply that that is no longer possible. Have you changed your mind?
My understanding was based on the guidance at the time.
Jesus, shut the fuck up. Go somewhere quiet for your interview. The guidance at the time was wrong, Bridget Phillipson. Your government's guidance was fucking wrong. See, no law has been implemented or changed here. This is just the Supreme Court saying this is the way it is. This is the way the existing law should be interpreted. But anyway, here she is also saying, oh, we'll continue what we always did. We always had this policy.
This government will continue as before, working to protect single-sex spaces based on biological sex.
Oh, our government will continue as before. Shut the fuck up. This is a forced about face and you're eating shit. You just can't admit it. Anyway, let's look at some crazies. I know you're here for the crazies. Why is Bearing talking about these fucking politicians? We just want to see crazy. All right, fair enough. Here we go. So India Willoughby, we've talked about India before. He was on Twitter the other day encouraging this mass protest at Parliament Square. Now, it was a mass protest with a twist. You see, all the crazies were supposed to drink lots and lots of water and simultaneously piss their pants. Now, I think I've seen this before. This was like a 4chan thing fucking years ago. They trolled the feminists into like pissing for equality, and all these feminists were posting photos of them pissing themselves. It was fucking hilarious, but I think this one was actually legit. Now, I don't think the pissing thing was actually that widespread. Like, I don't think that many people did it. Some did, but the protest itself was just fucking chef's kiss.
After this protest, I'm going to use a women's toilet. Then I'm going to use another women's toilet.
I'm going to use all the women's toilets there are. I'm going to use all the fucking women's toilets. You know what? I'm going to drink buckets of water, eat Taco Bell, go on diuretics. I'm going to become a pissing and shitting machine. You can't escape my bodily waste, bitches. For fuck's sake, it's so telling that this is all about toilets. See, this Supreme Court ruling came about because of a case in Scotland. A case that was all about female quotas on public company boards. But you notice none of them are shouting, fuck you, I am going to be a public company director in Scotland. No, it's all about pissing and shitting. It's all about getting their cocks out, going into spaces where chicks are like vulnerable, and just making cunts of themselves. It's a fetish, and this whole thing has made that clear.
Fuck you, J.K. Rowling. You'll never stop me from peeing. The only person that's shite is you. So we should all take a shite on you.
See there, again, we should all take a shit on J.K. Rowling. I bet you'd love that, wouldn't you? I honestly think you would get your kicks out of that.
You heinous, cretin old bitch. Anyway, this is a public space. There's probably children here, so pardon my manners. But who gives a shit? Our rights are under attack, right? There is no civility when it comes to your human rights being demolished. We must take back the streets, march every single day, stand outside the government, the buildings of power.
Okay, this one has a mental illness, I'm sure of it. I mean, apart from the trans thing, there's something going on there. We've got to take back our human rights to shit and piss in front of chicks, for fuck's sake. How does no one there recognise this, or why don't they say anything or do anything? This person is fucked in the head.
We must stand there. We must stand there in solidarity and not leave. We must go into the toilets in numbers and say, we are here, we are queer, we will never disappear. We are here, we are queer, we will never disappear.
Okay, you wanted crazy, there's fucking crazy. We've got to go into the chicks' toilets in numbers. And all these people are just clapping along like fucking seals. Anyway, here's a funny one. Now, I don't know what happened in the lead up to this, but this is a trans woman, a delicate little trans woman, obviously getting into a beef with another trans woman. But it's just so telling, right, that when they get angry, the bloke comes out. I've seen this happen a few times. We saw it happen with that viral clip. Remember that "It is ma'am" clip? It happened the other day in America. I'll play that after this, but watch this.
Fuck you! No, because I'm fuck off! It doesn't matter! I'm defending you, little pussy!
You fucking little pussy, I defended you! Fucking hell. Just every trace of femininity goes out the fucking window. Oh, I'm a woman, I feel like a woman. I'm a woman in a man's body. You've got to protect me, I'm so delicate. Listen here, you little fucking cunt!
I defended you! I'll give you a slap down. Go fuck yourself! You little fucking dick!
You've got a little fucking dick, mate! Oh, I mean, you can't write comedy funnier than this. You and your little fucking dick, son, I defended you, you pussy fucking cunt.
You can't even come! You fucking asshole! Fuck right, come on! Only in the mouth.
Comedy gold, fucking hell. I could watch that sort of shit for hours. That is fucking funny. Anyway, here's that other one from America. Now, this has got that fucking congresswoman, I forget her name, what is it? Nancy Mace, and she's obviously said the word on stage in a speech or something. And this trans woman comes up to the stage and expresses his disgust. But let's just see what unfolds. Now, take note of this trans person's voice.
Does your husband call you babe? I'm not married. Okay, so even better. I don't care. Okay, so I would like Rachel to apologize because that is derogatory, and second of all,
derogatory to you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course the fucking is.
Yeah. If that's derogatory and I'm good.
Well, yeah, of course it is. See, the second they get angry, the man comes out. And that's why chicks are uncomfortable around these people. Because it doesn't take much to set them off, obviously. They're all delicate little flowers in their fucking ill-fitting dresses until something, and it could be anything, pisses them off. And then they're like the fucking Hulk. These people are ticking fucking time bombs. Anyway, back to this UK protest.
Transphobes are celebrating! I'm angry that the police have leapt on this moment to introduce transphobic policies, and that the EHRC is suggesting that we can't use toilets, and that the NHS and other services will likely be rowing back on trans inclusion.
See, again, it's all about toilets, women's spaces, women's hospital wards. You know, the police are adopting transphobic policies. What he's probably referring to there is that the cops have said, hey, listen, if we search you and you're a trans woman, then a bloke is going to search you because you're also a bloke, you know? And if you're a chick that needs to get searched, we're not going to let a trans police officer search you. That's what they're pissed off about. Again, it's not boardroom quotas. It's not even sports in this case. But listen to where this fucking crazy takes it.
One struggle, one fight, Palestine trans rights. 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 One struggle, one fight, Palestine trans rights.
Sir, I think you'll find they're very, very different fights. Now, Carl of Akkad had a fucking funny take on this the other day. Here it is.
I wish I could see the faces on the Hamas leadership. Because someone's going to send them this video and be like, oh, we have supporters in Britain. One struggle, one fight. Can you even imagine? There's already bombs going off in the distance. These are our supporters in the West. What do you do with that? Oh, great. I think the war might be lost, brother.
He's right. Wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall at the fucking Hamas headquarters? Sir, we have support in the West. Well said. Now look at this big fucking bruiser talking about how he's just used the female pisser, and none of them have a problem with it. They all just shut the fuck up and behave.
With most men is that we are a threat to their masculinity. They don't like us because we've rejected the masculine side and going towards our female side.
Oh man, put a fucking dress on at least. It's just so fucking unnatural, isn't it? This big burly bloke with this huge fucking set of knockers, I'm glad we can't see them all. He's wearing some sort of fucking lacy pink fucking bra thing. How about a bit of modesty, sir?
Now, you can imagine, if I walked into a bathroom looking like this, a men's toilets looking like this, I'm just asking for trouble. You know, it only takes one obnoxious idiot to dislike what I'm doing. Or
what if a woman did that though?
A woman wouldn't do it. End of. So why should I? So I've just used the female toilets down at Waterloo Station. None of the women batted an eyelid when I walked in there. I've got no problem with going in the ladies' toilets. They've got no problem with me going in there. So I am not going to stop going in there.
None of them batted an eyelid, sir, because they're intimidated by you. Fucking hell, get the hint. They don't want to say anything because you'll probably fucking explode. You'll probably do one of these.
Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, there's fucking heaps more, but I've only got so much time. I'm sure a lot more is going to happen. There's going to be more and more crazy shit, and we'll cover it. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below or at my Twitter. It's @bear_ing, and I'll catch you later. All right, ta-ta, bye-bye.